and this rich lady had everything she could want. One day she called her chauffeur and said, "I want you to take me for a ride over there in the slum district. I want to see how the poor old outcasts are doing." The chauffeur pulled out and was driving along on an old rough bumpy street. The rich lady had such a fine limousine that she hardly knew there was a rough place. All at once they drove by a place where they saw an old, dirty-faced man just shoveling away in a muddy old ditch. He was singing a song, and it struck the rich lady with such force that she called for her chauffeur to stop the car. Then she could hear very plainly the words of the beautiful song he was singing. And here it is. My Father is rich in houses and lands. He holdeth the wealth of the world in his hands, of rubies and diamonds, of silver and gold. His coffers are full, he has riches untold. I'm a child of the King, a child of the King, with Jesus my Savior. I'm a child of the King. The rich old lady looked across the ditch, and there stood an old rough, run-down, unpainted shack where the poor old ditch digger and his family had to live. There were no screen doors, and there was cardboard in over half of the windows, as the glass panes were broken out. She then said, "Listen, you aren't a child of a king. Look at that old shack you live in. If you are a child of a king, why, you would live in a big palace with beautiful lawns and the latest of fixtures about your yard. You're just an old ditch digger, digging in that old muddy ditch to earn a living." But the old ditch digger kept on singing. I once was an outcast, stranger on earth, a sinner by choice and an alien by birth, but I've been adopted, my name's written down, and heir to a mansion, a robe and a crown. I'm a child of the King, a child of the King.
Amen.
With
Praise the Lord.
Jesus my Savior, I'm a child of the King. The rich lady was so amazed by this time, she hardly knew just what to say. But at last she said, "You say your father is a king, and you live in a shack like this? It isn't as good as my pet doghouse. If you were a child of a king, you would attend the big balls and wine parties that is held at the king's palace. You couldn't be a child of a king. Don't fool yourself. You're just an old ditch digger." But the old ditch digger kept on singing. A tent or a cottage, why should I care? They're building a palace for me over there. Though exiled from home, yet still I may sing all the glory to God. I'm a child in her car, and the chauffeur drove away. As they drove along, she said to him, "I don't see how anyone could claim to have so much and have so little." The old ditch digger leaned over on his shovel handle and watched the old rich lady as she rode away. He said to himself, "I don't see how anyone could claim to have so much and have nothing." That rich lady needed Jesus in her heart.